Welcome to your Sunday Setup. I'm Whitney. Thank you for spending a few moments with me before the week begins. Last week, we talked about the courage it takes for a young bird to leave the safety of its nest for the first time. We said something that has stayed with me all week. The nest was built to prepare the bird for flight, not to become its permanent home. That story reminds me that courage isn't the absence of fear. It's trusting your wings enough to move forward anyway. But here's something life has taught me. Even courageous people stumble. We make mistakes, we disappoint ourselves, and we wish we had said something differently or done something differently. Sometimes we succeed and sometimes we fall. The question isn't whether those moments will come. The question is, what happens next? That's what today's episode is about, the power of compassion. Not only the compassion we offer others, but the compassion we so often forget to offer ourselves. Let's take a moment to get centered. Take a slow breath in and gently let it go. Again, breathe in and breathe out. Now, think of something you've been carrying. Maybe it's a mistake or a disappointment. Maybe it's a conversation you keep replaying. Notice your shoulders, your jaw, and your breathing. And without trying to fix anything, simply notice. Now silently repeat, I cannot change yesterday. I can learn from it. I choose compassion over criticism. One more slow breath, and when you're ready, let's begin. There's an old teaching known as the second arrow. Imagine you're walking through a quiet forest, and without warning, an arrow strikes your arm. It hurts. Of course it does. The wound is real, the pain is real. And no one would expect you to pretend otherwise. But then imagine doing something unexpected. You pick up a second arrow and shoot yourself again. That second wound didn't come from the outside. It came from you. The teaching reminds us that life inevitably brings us first arrows in the form of loss, failure, embarrassment, maybe even criticism, illness, or disappointment. Those arrows are a part of being human. But the second arrow, that arrow is different. The second arrow is the story we tell ourselves afterwards. Stories like, I'm not good enough, or I always ruin everything. I'll never recover from this, or everyone must think less of me now. That first arrow causes pain. The second arrow creates suffering. And unlike the first, the second arrow is optional. I wonder how many of us spend more time recovering from our own self-criticism than from the original mistake itself. We replay conversations and second-guess decisions, and we relive moments that cannot be changed. We think we're holding ourselves accountable, but often we're simply refusing to let ourselves heal. I've come to believe that one of the greatest acts of courage is choosing not to become the loudest critic in your own life. Compassion isn't pretending something didn't happen, and compassion isn't lowering your standards. Compassion is acknowledging the truth, learning the lesson, and refusing to become your own worst enemy, because growth rarely happens in the presence of shame. But here's the thing, it flourishes in the presence of grace. So let me share with you 3 practices that you can use to help you with this concept. First, notice the second arrow. The next time something goes wrong, pause and ask yourself, what actually happened and what story am I adding? You have to learn to separate the facts from the judgment. Separate the facts from the story. Second, speak to yourself like someone you love. Imagine your closest friend made the very same mistake. Would you tell them, "You're hopeless, you'll never get it right"? Probably not. So offer yourself the same kindness you would freely offer someone else. And third, turn regret into wisdom. Every difficult experience asks the same question: what can this teach me? Learning moves us forward. Self-punishment keeps us standing still. And one of my favorite mantras or affirmations is, either I win or I learn. Because every experience is a learning experience if you will allow it to be. Now, imagine you leave a meeting wishing you had answered one question differently. Your old pattern sounds like this: I blew it. They probably think I'm not prepared. I'll never get another opportunity. That's the second arrow. The compassionate response sounds different. I wish I'd answered that differently. I know what I'll do next time. I'm still learning. Same meeting, different story. One path leads to shame and the other leads to growth. Your challenge this week is to pay attention to your inner voice, especially after something doesn't go as planned. When you notice self-criticism beginning, pause. Take one slow breath. Then ask yourself, what would compassion sound like right now? And then choose that voice. Because the second arrow is optional. Next week, we'll explore the power of peace. Because once we've stopped fighting ourselves, we're finally free to stop carrying what no longer belongs to us. Peace isn't found by controlling life, it's found by changing our relationship with it. And I hope you'll join me. Life will hand each of us first arrows. That's part of being human. But we don't have to keep reaching for the second one. This week, be gentle with yourself. Learn, grow, and then keep going. If today's episode encouraged you, gave you something to think about, or simply gave you a moment to pause, I'd love for you to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need this message. It really helps this community grow, and I am grateful you're here. If you'd like a simple way to carry this week's practice into your everyday life, I invite you to explore the Mindful 5 Mindful Moments card deck. What if returning to yourself only took 5 minutes? Not a meditation retreat, not an hour on a cushion. Just 5 intentional minutes before the demands of the day take over. The Digital Mindful Moments card deck offers simple, guided mindfulness practices designed to help you pause, reflect, reset, and reconnect with yourself. No meditation experience required. To learn more at themindful5.com/card deck. Again, themindful5.com/card deck. So, be kind to yourself. You're still becoming. And until next time, take care.